friends, welcome back to Krusty Cranks. Alright, today I think we're going to do a little goldfish pattern. Customer wanted me to do a goldfish pattern, so yeah, we're going to see what we can do here. I got a little stencil cut out I think it's going to work. You know, this is the first time I painted this, so, you know, it might be a fail, I don't know, but we'll show you one way or another. Okay, so the colors we're going to use today, I already got, ran out of titanium white, waiting on a bottle to come, so I went on and used this Wicked Opaque White. It's a good white, it's a nice deep white, but you need to really thin it down, it's thick, okay, and it's a little flatter looking, but that ain't gonna matter because we're painting pearl whites and pearl golds on it and pearl oranges anyway. So okay, but let's go ahead and spray these guys down with a little pearl white. I already got her all reduced down. Then we're going to use some pearl gold, actually copper. We use pearl copper, and then we're going to use pearl tangerine, and we're going to put just a drop of vermilion red in there just to give it a little bit of a more red than the tangerine. So let's get this in there. I got the pearl white already loaded up. Usually I go ahead and paint this, but this ain't gonna take us long. This bait. This is gonna be an easy, quick and easy one. At least I think. Alright. Got a nice coat of pearl white on it. Let's dry that down real quick, and I'll bring you back. I don't like for you to have to listen to my dryer, but I usually always dry. If I don't dry, I'll tell you that I'm not drying it. But I mean, actually, we could leave this. We could just leave that. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Let's leave it. Let's blow the rest of this out, and we'll just go ahead and throw the gold in there. But I don't want you guys to have to listen to a bunch of background noise and compressors and all that stuff. So I try to edit that stuff out when I can. It's nothing annoying than watching a tutorial video with a bunch of background noise in it. Okay, so next we're going to dump in this pearlized copper. And let's see, we're just gonna actually, let's go ahead and dry it and put one of our stencils on. I got two stencils here we're gonna play around with. I got one, I'm gonna peel the inside of it out, and I'm gonna stick it randomly on one of the baits, and then we're gonna spray our color, and we're just gonna peel that off, and it's gonna reveal the white. And then we're going to take the other stencils. I've got two different ones here, one on each for each side, so they're kind of different. And then we'll take those and we'll put those on after we spray it orange, and then we'll come back and spray some white over top of it. So just to show you two different ways you can use your stencils if you're making them on a Cricut. If you're not making them, or you want to get some of these, bear with me, guys. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get them up, get them up so I can sell them to you and give you an affordable price, and give you a good quality product that you can use. It's easy for me because I could just throw them away and cut a new one. So I know a lot of people's been asking me about stencils. I've got another material that a company sent me that they want me to try out for making stencils. So I might even do a little fin on this guy with it, just to kind of show you and see what it's like. I think it's going to work out okay. I've played around with a couple different stencils on it, but yeah, so let's get this dried, and then we'll stick the stencil on there, and I'll bring you back. Okay, got the stencils on here. Let me show you what I did. On this one, I took the insides of this stencil and stuck them on here. I'm going to do these two different ways. I'm going to do this one with the gold, and then come over with the pearl, and try to give it kind of shiny goldfish look. I don't know if that's how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna find out. And then on this one, I'm just going with the pearl tangerine, I'm sorry, with a drop of vermilion in it. So we're going to do this 2 different ways. And this one, I got 2 different stencils. So we're going to see which one turns out the best. I don't know. This is just kind of a little fun test project anyway. So let's get some gold on this guy. We'll see which one turns out. If they even turn out, who knows? Sometimes that's what you got to do when you're painting baits, is play around with stuff, and you can always cover it back up with white and start again if you don't like it. Okay, so let's get a little pearl copper in here. Sometimes you don't even have a plan. You just go with it and see what happens. And that's what we're doing here today. I think this copper with the tangerine on it is going to give it a nice goldfish look. Actually, it's almost like a koi, but I was out in my little garden pond outside, and I was looking because I got some goldfish in there that they're just some common goldfish that we had from catfish fishing, and threw them in there to keep them. And they've been around for 3 or 4 years now. They make it through every winter. And one of them kind of inspired this paint job because it has the orange and white. So it's not totally like a solid comet goldfish. So I was like, hey, that might work. We'll see. Sometimes, like I said, it's all about experimenting. There we go. We'll start with that. Let's get some pearl orange tangerine in here, and then we'll paint that tangerine on that. Then we'll add a little vermilion red, and we'll paint the stencil on this one. We'll see which one turns out the best. All right. Bring that a little closer. The copper's kind of got a reddish tint to it, so I think it's going to help that tangerine. All right, I'll bring you back when I got the tangerine in there. Okay, almost forgot to start the camera. Sorry guys, let me bring the camera up just a little bit. Sorry. Say it's got that goldfish look to it for sure. That's pretty good. I don't want to go too far. So if I go more, it's going to kill that goldfish look. I like that color. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's not get carried away. Sometimes I have a problem with that. Get carried away and think, oh, it's got to be a little darker. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if I'm the only one that does that or if you do it too. A lot of times when it dries back darker too, so you got to be careful. I think that's what happens, is you think it needs a little more and it dries back darker than you think. Okay. All right, let's keep this tangerine in here. Let's go to this one with the stencil on it. And I'm going to put a little drop of vermilion red in there. And stir this up a little bit. And we're going to paint on this stencil, which is the reverse of what we got on the other bait. And this should give it a little more of a reddish orange too. All right, I am going to dry this one, just so you know. I'll bring you back when I'm dry. Okay, let's peel this guy off. Yeah. Let's stick this back on here so I can use it again. Let's pull off the other side. And like I said, it's going to be a little different, so it's gonna look a little different on this side because I made it a little different. Okay. Now I might go back and join those two together on the top. Let's see if they meet. No, maybe not. I don't think they're going to touch each other, so I think we'll be all right. We might have to do a little touch up somewhere. Because I didn't cut out that eye hole, the eyelet. this. Alright, let me dry this. We'll peel off both baits and see what they look like. Alright. Let's peel this guy off. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. That one looks good. Let's let me stick this back on so I can use it again. And let's put him up over here. Get this guy. See what he turned out like. This is the one you got to be careful if you do this, because you don't want to scratch your paint. So I just want to get it started. I can get a hold of it with my fingers. Probably could have painted a top coat on it. Would have helped. Somebody's here. I think if you wanted just a regular goldfish without the pattern on there, you could use that copper and that tangerine pearl orange, because that looks really good, like a goldfish color. But there we go. Oh, I got one more over here where it was overlapping. That'll make it interesting. But yeah, those color combinations worked out pretty good. Probably just paint that straight on a bait if you just want a goldfish. Let's common comet. Oh, I kind of like him too. Oh, I got one more. I forgot. This one on the chin. There we go. The nice thing about these goldfish is there's so many different patterns. There's so many different things you can paint. So many different patterns you could paint on them, and they'll still all look good. All right, there's the two different ones. Let's get some eyes on them, some epoxy. Let's do some eyes. Let's see which eyes we're gonna get on these guys. I was looking at some reference photos, and Goldfish kind of have a goldish, like a yellowy gold eye with a black spot. So let me see what I can find. I'll bring you right back when we got an eye picked out. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with these little orange and black eyes. I like that little complement to the oranges, what's gonna give us. Got a little drop just to hold it in place till I get it epoxied. I apologize if you guys hear me wheezing a little bit. I've had a little bit of a cold. Come on. Yeah. That looks good. I like it. We'll get some epoxy on it. And we'll come to the end. I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, here's the finished Goldfish swim baits. I'm really happy with these. I think they turned out pretty good. I didn't know what to expect, you know, but sometimes that's how you come up with good stuff, is just playing around and trying new things. And you know, I think it looks pretty cool. It almost looks like the white one really looks like a fish I got in my pond, my little koi pond up there. And that's where I kind of got the inspiration. And then taking the stencil and using the other part of the stencil kind of really came out good too. Yeah, looks pretty good, I think. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, it's you could probably, like I said earlier, take that orange and paint a goldfish. That really looks pretty close to what a goldfish color is. And then yeah, so that was the colors we used were Wicked Opaque White, and then we came on top of it with the Pearl White, and then we went straight with the Pearl Orange. Had to think for a minute there, because I didn't bring the bottles out with me. Sometimes I don't want to bring the bottles outside, get them in the heat, but so yeah, anyway, the colors we used were Pearl White, and then we used the Pearl Orange on top of the Pearl White, and we got that kind of to the orange color that we liked, that I liked. And then on the other one, we added a little bit of Vermillion red, which really kind of brought that color down to almost what a koi goldfish would look like. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. you know, I got a bunch of baits coming up. I'm painting a bunch of orders, and I'm trying to get the garden in. About halfway done on the garden, and so bear with me. I'm going to keep some content coming. Summer might be a little slow. I'm starting a new channel for just fishing these baits, so you guys get to see them in action. Getting a lot of photos from people that are using the baits and catching fish, and maybe once I get enough of them, I'll do a little montage video of that, of all the pictures that people are sending me of catching fish on my baits, which is really cool. So yeah, I got a lot of things coming up for the channel, and like I said, I got another channel that I'm going to start, and we're gonna fish these baits in a lot of different places, because I really want to do some fishing this year and work these baits, and everybody else is catching fish on them, so I figure I need to catch some too and show you guys that they work. But yeah, so that's our goldfish swim bait. I'm happy with it. I think we'll probably throw these up on the website and see what happens. But yeah, so I really appreciate everybody. I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel and asking, hey, when we're gonna get another video and stuff. You know, that keeps me motivated. But this isn't really my only job. I have a 40-hour-a-week job, so I have to do that work too, and sometimes it gets busy and I have to finish up my work so we can make some money. But yeah, got a bunch of stuff coming up, so stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit that like button, give me a comment, and if you want to put a dislike on it, at least tell me what you didn't like about it. Some of my videos have a dislike or two on them, and I'd just like to know if you don't like it, you know, constructively criticize it in the comments, and I'm cool with that. But you know, I try to do the best work I can and show you guys what I'm selling, the baits that's working for me and stuff like that, so you can paint them. And yeah, so appreciate everybody's support, and always remember, stay crusty, my friends.